Broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at noon.
Now at noon, another Central Florida city looking to raise taxes as it struggles with the cost of fire services. Plus,
you're depraved, you're weak, you're a coward.
That's the father of 13-year-old Madeline Soto speaking after her killer takes a plea deal. We're recapping his day in court. But we do start with the weather and a live look at I-95 southbound. As you can see, that rain starting to come down in parts of Volusia County and other areas across Central Florida, too. It's expected to continue throughout the afternoon. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos. She is tracking the storms, and it's been pouring in a lot of spots all morning, Candace.
Yeah, no, our photographer there, Homer, driving southbound now on 95, running into some of those stronger, heavier downpours. Right now, for instance, in Ocala, the same areas that have been seeing all the rain over the past couple hours, still dealing with rain. Right now, a current temperature of 76 degrees. So far, rain totals, this is just a few. Some of those real isolated high amounts. Ocala racked up more than 2 inches in less than an hour this morning. Spar there in Marion County, over 4 inches. But again, we still have a lot of rain to deal with over the next couple of hours, which is why you can see there is still an aerial flood warning advisory, I should say, for pretty much all the areas here in this polygon until 1:45. That does include areas as far south as Bahia Oaks, includes Ocala, and all the way up to McIntosh, Micanopy as well. This is the one cell that our photographer is driving through right now, just down 95. You can see a cluster of lightning, some really heavy downpours through areas of Scottsmore, and we'll continue to head from north to south over the next couple of moments. And then now we're starting to see some of that activity developing throughout the afternoon along those sea breezes right now through University Park, Bithlo, all the way down through Flamingo, also seeing some pockets of some heavy rain. This is going to be kind of the story throughout the next couple of hours. We'll be talking about how long the rain will last and when things will start to dry out and heat up as well in the next 7 days. Justin.
Thank you, Candace. Life in prison without the possibility of parole. That's the deal Stephen Stearns took, pleading no contest to killing and raping 13-year-old Madeline Soto. While he did not accept guilt for killing her, he is still going to prison for the crime. Osceola County community correspondent Stephanie Rodriguez breaks down what happened in court and the one person not there for the sentencing.
While Stephen Stearns did not admit to killing 13-year-old Madeline Soto, he will never walk free because he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. As part of his agreement with prosecutors, Stephen Stearns pleaded no contest to murdering Soto, who was his girlfriend's daughter. Legally, no contest is the same as a guilty plea, but Stearns did not take responsibility for her death. Prosecutors believe Stearns strangled the teen to death last year and then dumped her body in a wooded area near St. Cloud. Stearns did plead guilty to 20 sex crimes, including sexual battery on a child. Shortly before sentencing, Soto's biological father addressed the court.
You're depraved, you're weak, you're a coward, you're a sneak thief. You crept into a family and took advantage and exploited them when they were weak.
Stearns also made a statement after the judge sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
I've prayed to God countless times to trade places with her, to take me instead.
Prosecutors originally announced they would seek the death penalty for Soto's murder. As part of his plea deal, prosecutors agreed to withdraw the death penalty. Besides Soto's biological father, we heard emotional testimony from other relatives and friends of the 13-year-old. The one person we did not hear from was Soto's mother, Jennifer, who was noticeably absent from the courtroom on Monday, and no statement was read on her behalf. I'm your Osceola County community correspondent, Stephanie Rodriguez, News 6.
In just hours, the man accused of shooting 2 people in Daytona Beach is expected to face a judge. The shooting happened off Madison Avenue, close to State Road 1 and north of Main Street. Investigators say Nathan Lee here pulled a gun and shot someone he was fighting with. According to investigators, one of those bullets missed the victim, went through a wall, and hit someone else. The 2 victims were taken to the hospital. Lee is being held on no bond until his first appearance this afternoon. In Orange County, Winter Garden is proposing a fire assessment fee. As News 6's Mark Lehman shows us, it all comes to offset a $12 million deficit that the city is facing.
When it comes to how much homeowners could be asked to pay, that depends on the size of the property, and it could be hundreds of dollars a year. Now, before that's decided, there will be 2 community meetings on the issue, with the first one happening tonight. And that comes as the city says they're facing a budget shortfall of millions of dollars.
Like most Central Florida communities, Winter Garden is growing at a rapid rate. That's reflected in a temporary fire station opened by the city nearly 2 years ago. But funding for these services is now becoming an issue. Winter Garden says a change last year to homestead exemption has led to a $12 million deficit for public safety services. To offset that, the city is proposing a fire assessment fee on properties. The details of that fee haven't been finalized, but a study funded by the city found a maximum assessment rate for residential properties would be up to $333 a year for homes less than 1,000 square feet and up to $519 a year for homes over 3,500 square feet. If approved, Winter Garden would be the latest of several cities to discuss fire fees. Last month, Sanford heard a proposal that would add about $95 each year for the average homeowner. Brevard County commissioners also approved a 37% increase in their fire fees after dealing with high turnover and low pay. And in Kissimmee, commissioners passed a new fee. In that case, firefighter shifts were changed to 24 hours on and 72 hours off, a 42-hour work week instead of 56.
Now, when it comes to the proposed fire fee here in Winter Garden, the first community meeting is at 6 tonight at City Hall. There will be another one next week, and commissioners are expected to vote on the issue August 14th. In Winter Garden, Mark Lehman, News 6.
After a lengthy fight, firefighters in Brevard County are getting a pay raise. The increase comes after months of talks between the union and the county. Brevard firefighters were making $15 an hour, and that low pay contributed to more than 100 employees leaving Brevard County Fire Rescue. The county approved raises between 16 and 22%. Controversy in Seminole County as commissioners are considering raising taxes for the first time in 3 decades. We told you about this last month, about the county's proposed $1.2 billion budget. The proposal would come with possible tax hikes in order to maintain services, keep up with capital projects, and future financial needs. The county says it needs to make revenue adjustments in 3 areas: a $500,000 increase on the property tax rate countywide, an increase of the local option gas tax from 6 cents to 11 cents, and an increase to the utility services tax in unincorporated areas. Commissioners are expected to vote on this later this afternoon. We will let you know what they decide. At the beginning of the year, the city of Winter Garden ended its recycling program, saying it was costing too much money and most of that stuff was ending up in the landfill. We just don't know how to recycle, but the service is now coming back, all thanks to 2 friends who started their own company. It's called Plant Street Recycling. I got to meet them, and they're not city workers. They're not part of some big company. They're just 2 guys who care about where they live.
Looks like we've got like 3 or 4 in a row right here.
Every Wednesday morning, Robert Montgomery and Corey Sims roll through the streets of Stony Brook West, picking up their neighbors' recycling.
Hey, Robert, do we want to do glass in a separate one this week?
Yep.
Sims drives the truck, Montgomery rides in the trailer, jumping off at every stop.
If we can get each house to a minute, we're gonna be in good shape.
Sorting plastics, metals, paper, and glass right there on the curb.
If it's not labeled, I can't recycle it.
I don't know if that is.
Yeah, no, that's gonna go in the trash.
When Winter Garden ended curbside recycling because it was costing them $1 million a year, there wasn't a plan B. Just a question from a child.
My 10-year-old.
Your 10-year-old.
My 10-year-old said, can we move to a different city? I know my friends in this other city, they can recycle there. Can we move there? I'm like, no, we're gonna find this solution.
That was in January, and by March, Plant Street Recycling was born.
So nice, man, it's all sorted.
For $25 a month, you get 2 bins per home, weekly pickup, and a belief that what's tossed out can still have value.
We didn't want to just show up like, hey, it's 2 guys in a truck trying to do something.
Yeah.
We're not trying to do something, we're doing something.
Right now, they have 50 homes on their list, all of them in Stony Brook West. But word is spreading fast throughout Winter Garden.
We have hundreds of people now on our waiting list saying, go to the next neighborhood now, go to the next neighborhood.
We just realized that we're not the only ones that want to see it succeed. The city wants to see it succeed, and everybody in Winter Garden does too.
And they hope it adds up, not just in pounds, but in purpose.
There's an opportunity to leave a legacy and leave something behind to know when we're done that we actually made a measurable difference. And so that's very uplifting for me.
Really great work there. Plant Street Recycling started making the rounds for the first time on July 2nd, so they're going to have their 4th pickup tomorrow. To learn more about the company, where they take all that recycling, we have a link to their website on clickorlando.com.
I'm Eric Von Anken, the Handy Newsman, with yet another hole in the wall to fix that I needed like a hole in the head, right? Well, today we're doing things a little differently. We don't have to cut this out because we're going to try to use this. It's a patch kit. You can do this. I'm going to show you how. We're getting results at home coming up.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch Off from the Florida Lottery.
All right, taking another live look at I-95 southbound. This is in the Edgewater area. The rain continuing to come down in a lot of parts of Central Florida. We're going to check in with Candace in about 3 minutes to see what we can expect for the rest of the day.
Julie, I'm going to guess.
It is me.
We're at the right place here in Lake Mary. So nice to meet you.
Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm Eric Von Aken, the handy newsman. As you know,
Excellent.
That's Destiny
Hi,
over
Destiny.
there.
Hi.
Julie, you got a hole in the wall.
I do. It's embarrassing.
Can you show me?
I will. And I was in here cleaning the bathroom, and the cleaning rag fell onto my wheelchair, and it snagged, and I went crash, boom, and the pole went right through my wall.
But you were okay.
I was okay.
Thank God.
Absolutely.
Okay, Julie, I got some stuff.
Cool.
We're going to try and patch it. Hopefully you don't even know it's there.
Oh, that'd be wonderful, Eric. I'm so grateful.
Okay, remember last time we fixed the hole in the wall? We did it, I guess you could call it the traditional way, where we cut out a square in the wall and then replaced it with a piece of drywall. Well, instead, we're gonna give this a shot. It's a patch kit. Step one is to sand this smooth. Step two is to patch it. Now I'm going to slap it on. Now I'm going to coat the patch with a little more spackling and try and make it look smooth. Now we wait till it dries.
stop the stink and keep it from coming back.
It left these people.
Oh, look, it's dry.
Eric, what happened?
What do you mean, what happened? I think it looks kind of great.
Yeah, but it was pink.
Destiny, part of the reason I got this is because the pink dries white. Then you know it's dry.
Oh, pink's my favorite color.
Can't help you there. But now we can sand. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, step 4. That's it.
Oh my heavens!
Better than it was?
Oh my, Eric, this is amazing. I don't know how to thank you guys for this. It's amazing.
You're very welcome, Julie. I gotta say, I like this kit. It turned out better than I thought.
I didn't know there was such a thing. You even did the texture.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
We
it's
get results
gorgeous.
at home.
You got my results at home.
Another satisfied customer. All right, live look. I-95 southbound. Photojournalist Homer Salcedo approaching the Brevard County line, going from Volusia to Brevard, where the rain continues to come down. It's been making its rounds across Central Florida all morning. That will continue this afternoon. Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos now. Looking at the radar and parts of Marion County, Candace, they've been seeing rain since about 5:30 this morning.
That's really been the big concern all morning long, is because it has been nonstop in some of these areas. And we're not just talking about light rain falling all throughout the morning. We're talking some torrential downpours, which is why, once again, parts of Marion County still under an aerial flood warning, a flood advisory, at least until about 1:45. You can see it does include areas as far north as Gainesville, as far south as Ocala, Bahia Oaks as well. And this is going to continue to be the big concern, as the grounds are extremely saturated. So any more rain we're throwing on top of this will be causing some flooding issues. And then as we head a bit further towards the coastline, this is where that live drive shot. Anyway, down through Scottsmore and heading out down to the Mims area, that's where we're going to continue to see some of those heavier bands of rain. So making sure that you're kind of prepared for kind of this all afternoon. Those hit or miss showers, again, will be the big issue. Out through Bithlo, just south of Lake Pickett, University Park, in and around the UCF area, also seeing some of that heavy tropical downpours that once again will be adding up to a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And then further south into Osceola County, is down through Kissimmee, over Lake Tahoe, will be approaching Narcoossee in the next couple of minutes. But this is the culprit. It's an area of low pressure tied into kind of an old boundary. And as this continues to sag further south over the next couple of hours, that will continue to inject all that instability and moisture. So as we get that east and west coast sea breeze coming together, it will be firing up another round of some active conditions. You can see here, models are still kind of really blowing up the coverage from coast to coast till about 7, 8 o'clock tonight. And as you can see, some of it will even linger along our coastal communities as well. Brevard County, though, you're still in desperate need of some rain, still under that severe drought. So any rain we can get, of course, if we can kind of zap out the severe threat, that certainly will be beneficial. But how about for your Wednesday? Rain chances will stay elevated for your Wednesday. You can see some scattered storms will start up a little later than today. We really had an early start. And then you can see as we head into the afternoon, those sea breezes once again will be pushing from east to west. Again, a little more uniform, a little more organized, more sea breeze driven compared to what we're experiencing for today. We're going to keep those rain chances elevated, though, for your all the way through Thursday as well. But now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for today.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
All right, your temperatures for today nearing 90 degrees. You can see your rain chances, though, still up to about 70% till about sundown. And then as we head into the next couple of days, we're going to keep those rain chances high. Excessive rainfall outlook. The Storm Prediction Center has kept everybody under that threat because, again, we have these slow-moving storms. So if we do kind of sit around under some of these storms, we could rack up a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. But then as we head into more Thursday, Friday, that same area of low pressure and cold front that is bringing us all the rain will start to pull away. But as it does so, it's also going to be dragging in some drier air, and that's going to happen just in time for the weekend. So remember how hot it was this past weekend? I do think we're going to see another round of that. Notice as rain chances drop off by Saturday, temperatures will be soaring back into those mid-90s. That's good results here, the full 7-day forecast. Again, keeping the rain chances still high. Jonathan Kegas, of course, will be in throughout the evening shows, making sure that keeping all eyes on the radar. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Candace. Coming up, the major milestone celebrated today in Orlando that includes helping a veteran improve the safety of his home. Stick around for that. Don't want to miss that. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back. New at noon, a major milestone as Rebuilding Together Greater Florida celebrated its 50th home repair. And this one was for a veteran who had $50,000 worth of improvements done on his home in Pine Hills. It was all thanks to those volunteers and Rebuilding Together's Safe and Healthy Homes program.
We enjoy the freedom that we have because of residents like the Owens family, but at the same time, we want to make sure that they are in a safe environment the same way that they provided to all of us.
Great program there. The organization works to support seniors, veterans, and low-income homeowners. It's been helping folks improve their homes for 25 years. All right, live look over downtown Mount Dora on this Tuesday. Rain is in the forecast. Candace with a final look at your weather right after this. All right, taking a final look out at I-95. A little bit better of a picture than we showed you a little bit earlier. Homer Salcedo heading south on I-95 in the Titusville area. But you see those dark clouds there. Candace, there is rain. It's been falling all morning, and it's really into the afternoon. We're going to see more of that.
And you can see how dark the clouds are in front of him as well. So again, it's very spotty. You can see that line.
You can see where he's approaching
where
for
he's
sure.
approaching
Yeah.
there in Titusville. We also have a lot of rain still falling in Marion County. It's not the heaviest of the rain, but my golly, have they been seeing so much rain over the past couple of hours. Flooding threat remains for all of Central Florida. These downpours are coming in. They're coming in pretty heavy.
All right, stay dry out there. Switch over to News 6 Plus, the streaming app, or head to clickorlando.com to watch News 6 Extra. Hope you have a great Tuesday. See ya.